Good morning, everybody. Local warriors, this is Dana Zulik. I like to do these lives. I do a lot of thinking when I'm driving, and so I'm not going to look at the camera a lot because, well, I want to be safe. But I did want to get a little bit of a live pre-court today. So today is the why did the chicken cross the road case, but it's more like um, geese. I guess they say geese. There's some pictures. I don't know. The point I'm going to make to the jury today is that, you know, $500 a ticket is ridiculous. And how much time goes into these jury trials and stuff? It's 7:32 on a Tuesday morning, election day. Happy election day. Make sure you vote. Voting is very important. But anyways, my mount fell off, so that's why I'm kind of just trying to prop this. But anyways, yeah, it's important to vote. Get out there, guys. But here it is, a 7:32 in the morning, and I need to be at work. I need to be running the pit. It's a rainy day here in Wisconsin, so you know what rain means. There's mud. And we have the appropriate mechanisms in right now to keep dirt off of the road. But it's imperative that I be able to be at work so that, the trucks, if somebody goes in the wrong spot and gets into the mud, that I'm able to be there to manage that. But instead, I have to find other people to cover my shift while I'm in court. But even if I didn't, it's a lot of time, right? And so, like, if mud does get on the road, I have to be there to sweep it because it's not like we're this huge company. I don't have all these people working for me. I have a couple people, and I'm the only operator right now this time of year. So, I consider this harassment, and it's not just me that considers this harassment. The Seventh Circuit, in federal court in the Seventh Circuit, they also find this to be a harassment. There's a current case law that talks about when the government abuses their power and, excessively fines somebody and treats them different than other people similarly situated. It's this making me go back and forth to court, writing briefs, and doing briefing schedules. I'm not even an attorney, guys. I'm talking like I'm an attorney, but the only reason I know all of this is because, we went to court to hold Richfield accountable for what they did and tell them to leave us alone. And when the courts agreed with us, it's like, I can't get out of court. I'll be in litigation until the day I get. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. But this is what it looks like. And this is what the Seventh Circuit said. The court said, if somebody's excessively fined, it's an abuse of local government authority to be able to just give excessive tickets because they don't like somebody or because they're retaliating or whatever. We have to be all treated the same. But this is part of the game plan, right? So the more I have to go to court, the less time I have to work on things that I need to work on, like better erosion control measures and stuff. I invite anybody, go on CCAP and look at it. It's like I have court appearances all of the time, and it's stressful. I don't like going to court, and it's a form of harassment because I should be able to be operating my business free of all of this, all of these shenanigans. So I guess Doug Petrozzati is the one. If anybody hasn't gone to see that video yet, it's titled Boundary Dispute Facebook Live, I think is what we titled it. And you can go there and you can see what Doug did, how he chopped my culvert in half, how, they tried putting up a fence, they tore my gate out. These are also the people that I have been suspicious. I've never been able to catch them on camera or anything, but when I went in, because this isn't the first time I've been to court, like this guy also sued me over a boundary dispute. And, you know, he spent tens of thousands of dollars most likely on his attorney because he hired a very good law firm. It went to trial. It was a 2-day trial, and I won that one. And right after that, my horse fence gets cut, you know, my electric fencing. And so, I mean, if this guy didn't want farm animals at all on his property, it surely, I don't know. I believe he likes them over there, right? Why else would he be putting bait piles and, um, you know, or he could put up a fence if he hated it so much. I mean, there's not damages. And guys, for those of you that don't know, it's not like I want the farm animals going over there. They have food and water where they're at, you know. But the thing we're there for today isn't even, this one is even stranger because it's, well, they call them geese. I don't have geese. So that'd be a fun one to prove. But they have pictures of these ducks, and I know who these ducks are, but these ducks kind of showed up and they hang out. Sometimes they go across the street and hang out. I guess they go by Doug sometimes and hang out. I mean, I don't even know where these things sleep at night. Sometimes people drop off animals at farms. I mean, I remember getting like roosters, you know, because people don't like roosters. And all of a sudden you have this rooster, and I don't kill our farm animals. So I'm like, oh, great. Now I got another rooster, you know? So sometimes I don't know if it was that kind of situation, whatever it is, these are just kind of ducks in the area. I mean, but I guess the deputy is going to testify that he saw them on my property. Well, they're also on like other people's property too. So either way, this has nothing to do with ducks. This has everything to do with Doug Petrozzati's being pissed off and finding one way to retaliate. And it worked for a while. I got rid of animals for a couple of years because I didn't want, you know, I was like, man, this is just never going to change. And, you know, I'll just get rid of my animals. But then I'm like, I enjoy animals. And then when they just show up, you're just kind of like, well, they're already here, right? I don't know. I just don't see the harm. There's no damages. He's not claimed damages or restitution. There's been no accusation of anything happening. Basically, these ducks waddle from my 40-acre parcel over to his large parcel that's, I don't know how many acres, 7 or 12. I can never remember. I got to look that up one of these days. And then they sometimes waddle over to where there's a house that have monks that live in them. I've even talked to the monks about these ducks. They're like, we love wildlife. So anyways, I don't know. I think this is a much ado about nothing, but it's $515 ticket because these random ducks waddled around. Waddle, waddle. So anyways, this is actually kind of fun doing a little live while I chat. I don't know if people are going to yell at me like, Dana, you're driving. You should be more responsible. Well, believe me, the road is my first concern. Hence why I'm not making much eye contact. So I didn't get to go vote yet. I'm going to vote after court. I really don't think this is going to end up going to trial. My hunch is that there's an email where the district attorney says that he'll join me in my motion to recuse for the judge if I can prove that she was a prosecutor on my case. So I did submit evidence, court documents showing that she did prosecute me, and then she's recused herself at least 2 times from being a judge in my case already. So I really don't think she's going to go forward, but with court, you never know. Judges are human beings and they have their own ways of seeing things. She might just be very irritated with me at this point and, use her discretion to say, no, I don't have a conflict. Oh, in the Karen Reed case, isn't that what Judge Cannone did? Auntie Bev? Because if for those of you out there, if you don't know, I love true crime. So I'm always going to talk about current cases that I'm following. And the Karen Reed case really hits close to my heart because, like, even though she's being accused of murder, you know, it's still local government corruption. I mean, you've got a corrupt district attorney's office, you've got a corrupt police department, and the Massachusetts state police are corrupt. And, you know, you've got all these things happening, and an innocent woman, in my opinion, it's a fact. But the fact that it's a fact is still my opinion, and I'm allowed to have that. And I forgot what my point was, but you know, it's one of those things. Oh, Judge Cannone. So Auntie Bev, you know, there was a comment by one of the people that might have been involved in Officer John O'Keefe's death that knows Judge Cannone or her brother. There's just all these weird ties. It's the same thing as out here. Everybody knows each other, yada, yada. So the last court, like 2 court hearings ago, Jim Healy and Paul Craig showed up to it. And hold on one second. Let me finish my thought about Judge Cannone. What I was trying to tell you is that Judge Cannone was asked to recuse herself. And she's like, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. So judges are different. You know, they're people. They have a way of looking at things. They have a lot of immunity. And we'll see what happens. So either this is going to be, she's going to recuse herself and this will be rescheduled under another judge, or she's going to just say, nope, we're going forward. So I'll let you know. And I'll give you a post-court update. Courtney is going to be there with documents helping me at the table. Haven't decided whether or not I'm going to bring Pepper in. It's like warm enough day. I think I'll probably just let her nap. I don't know. We'll see. The rule around the pit is that Pepper's in charge. So we usually ask Pepper what she wants to do and then she decides. But yeah, so that's where I'm headed. Wish me luck. Our opening statement, I even though I don't think chickens are a part of it, I feel like I'm obligated to start with, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is not a question of if the chicken crossed the road. We know that it did cross the road. The question is, why did the chicken cross? It'll never get old for me. I'm going to be annoying my friends when I'm like 85 at the nursing home. I'm going to be like, guys, remember, it's not if the chicken, it's why did the chicken. I guess there's other questions like when, where, how. So anyways, here I go. And I feel pretty good. I'm feeling confident. I always get a little nervous because, you know, it's court. But we'll see what happens. I'll check back in with y'all later.